Welcome to WWE Attitude Years 2000, where Triple H buried everyone, The Rock roasted everything, and Vince McMahon was out here beefing with his kids. TLC got brutal. The Radicals bailed on WCW, and nothing made sense, but we loved every second. Hop into our time machine, and let's get uncensored.
Hello, everybody. You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, joined by my own personal hot commodity.
That's me.
That's Ant B. And we are getting ready to say goodbye to 2025 and jump into our self-made time machine that only works for us and the listeners, so that's cool. When we say go, doesn't go, take off. Just sits out in the backyard the rest of the week. It's fun. It takes a lot of space, especially in downtown New Haven. A lot of people try to steal it.
Yeah.
But tonight we're covering WWF SmackDown from December 7th, 2000, live at Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York. And this is the last stop before WWF Armageddon 2000, which is going to see that huge 6-man Hell in a Cell match. And SmackDown kicks off with highlights of Raw, showing footage of Triple H, Rikishi, and Kurt Angle attacking The Rock, Stone Cold, and Undertaker backstage. Rock and Austin are both busted open pretty badly here. And then Kurt Angle, Rikishi, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon Helmsley arrive to the arena. And that's when Commissioner Foley suspends Rikishi and Triple H for the night and books Kurt Angle for the WWF title later on. Not much to talk about there, just them arriving, getting told to go home, basically. Our first match.
It's such a punishment.
Yeah.
For one night.
Yeah, Triple H is like, I want to use the break anyways. Chyna and the Intercontinental Champion Billy Gunn take on Women's Champion Ivory and Venis. Billy attacks Val on the floor to start. Chris Benoit distracts Billy Gunn on the apron, and then Ivory hits Chyna in the back with the Women's Championship, allowing Venis to get the pinfall. Immediately after the match, Benoit applies a crossface to Billy Gunn on the floor, and Benoit and Billy will fight at Armageddon, as will Chyna and Venis. So what did you think of all this here? Billy Gunn getting fucked up, and Ivory attacking Chyna from behind, that witch.
Yeah. I said before, I really want to see Ivory versus Chyna, so I'm hoping that we get that soon after. I know it's not going to happen at Armageddon, but hopefully we'll see it maybe on Raw or something.
Fuck Ivory and fuck the right to censor, but
and I really don't want Billy Gunn to lose his title.
Well, he's getting fucked up, man. Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Benoit's going to win.
Benoit's good at choking people out.
Is this the last show before
Armageddon? No, this is it. Armageddon's next.
This is it. So when we talk about the matches, I'll give you my guesses.
Okay. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out next. Or I'm sorry, before that, Dean Malenko picks up Lita for their date. They're getting ready to go out to dinner.
Ooh.
And then Stone Cold comes out, and Austin says, people are asking me, are you ready for Hell in a Cell? Hell yeah. Austin then trash talks his opponents, and then WWF Champion Kurt Angle comes out. And as Angle goes to speak, Austin just continues tossing beer cans at Angle. Angle's like, what are you doing? And like Austin, and then Austin chases Angle, and Angle runs off.
Now, is this Austin's first Hell in a Cell?
No, but it's his like first time all these guys were together. But yeah, Austin's shutting up Kurt Angle for once. Shut up, Kurt Angle, you little bitch. If you threw milk at him, though, he would be happy. So that's why Austin threw beer. We see Ashton Kutcher try saying that. Ashton Kutcher backstage promoting his movie Dude, Where's My Car? He runs into Edge and Christian, and they're confused. They're like, we don't know where your car is. Did you steal someone's car? Like, and he's just trying to promote the movie. We'll see more of Ashton Kutcher backstage later on. We got a number one contenders match, Molly Holly versus Trish Stratus. Trish drops Molly across the ropes and then tosses. Thank you, Trish. TNA come out. Trish lands a delayed suplex. Molly hits a Northern Lights bridge, but Albert puts Trish's foot on the ropes. Crash and Hardcore Holly come out and attack TNA, but then Trish hits Molly Holly with a trash can lid. Molly wins by DQ. But we find out later in the night that Mick Foley books Ivory to defend her title against both Trish and Molly at Armageddon. What'd you think?
Well, back then the women's matches weren't great, but I'm still excited to see it. And, I don't really know if Molly Holly deserves the title yet. I really would like to see Chyna in there, but we'll see what happens.
I like that Trish hit that delayed vertical suplex. That means that she's improving and showing some kind of shit
I was
early
going
on.
to say, too, definitely, we see Trish, really becoming a wrestler. And it's happening pretty quick. When she first started, she just, just slapped. She's really doing some moves now.
Vince McMahon arrives with his cane and gets into a wheelchair after being attacked by all the good guys last week on Raw. European champion William Regal and Kane are teaming up against Hardcore Holly and Chris Jericho. Jericho hits Regal with a bulldog, and then Holly applies a sleeper hold to Regal while Jericho and Kane fight on the floor. Regal passes out, Holly and Jericho win, and after Jericho attacks Kane with a steel chair, Jericho's going to fight Kane in a last man standing match at Armageddon, and Hardcore Holly is going to fight William Regal for the European title. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think the Kane and Jericho match should be pretty good, but it's starting to get a little old at this point. This is the fourth time they fought, right? At least.
Yeah, this would be the second time, in a one-on-one match for a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but we've seen a lot between them. This tag team was very odd. They tended to do this a lot back then. They still kind of do, but not quite as random. So, but it was all right.
It was basic stuff there. Dean Malenko and Lita are at dinner, and she orders a bunch of food because
she orders really expensive seafood.
Yeah. Vince McMahon then comes out with Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson.
Says, you should be taking care of my whack-a-feather.
Well, that's later on tonight. Vince says, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I would suffer the humiliation I did on Monday Night Raw. He trash talks Stone Cold, Rock, and Undertaker. Vince says, I was violated on Monday, but that will never happen again. I guarantee you all that won't happen. And then Commissioner Foley comes out. Foley says, someone has some things to say to you. And that's when Linda McMahon, Vince's wife and the CEO of WWF, comes out. Linda says, I think Mick Foley is the best commissioner the WWF has ever had, but I am also concerned about the wrestlers involved inside the Hell in a Cell match. Mick says, Vince, you see these 6 guys as commodities to make money for you. I see 6 human beings and careers that could end inside that match. In Hell in a Cell, people are going to be hurt. But you have my word, if someone becomes severely injured, I'll resign as commissioner. And then Mick tells Vince to have a nice day. And then Vince gets on the microphone and starts berating Linda. And he says, Linda, as far as our marriage is concerned, I want a divorce. Get the hell out of here. This is my arena. Walk out of my life and don't come back. You were never good enough for me. Damn it, I'm Vince McMahon. So Vince wants a divorce from Linda, man, in public in front of everybody. What the fuck is Linda going to do, man?
I don't know, but I do know some random storylines that happen. So I'm wondering if the one I'm thinking of is going to happen next. I'm not going to say, but does it involve? But the one I'm thinking of, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Involves Trish.
Coming Linda. Up soon. Well, Linda's fucking depressed. But she shouldn't care because Vince is fucking every other woman every chance he gets.
And Linda could do better, please. And she's rich. She's going to get half of everything. They're from Connecticut. And
I want a divorce.
State.
Get the fuck out of my ring.
Connecticut is the 50-50 state.
Next up, we see Road Dogg and K-Kwik defeat Edge and Christian after Edge accidentally spears Christian off the apron and K-Kwik hits the flying heel kick. Didn't really care about this.
I kind of feel like they might become tag team champions, though, so maybe this is a step in that direction.
Okay. Right to Censor come out. Ivory says, isn't it great when the blind can finally see? Please help us embrace the newest members of the Right to Censor, the Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys come out dressed just like Right to Censor. Devon says...
This very worried me.
He says, the Right to Censor has showed us the path. Bubba says, we did it for their own good. We have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. Violence is wrong. If putting people through tables is wrong, then I don't want to be right. And then the Dudleys are stray Right to Censor. And Bubba lands a super power bomb to Steven Richards through a table. The Dudleys are not joining Right to Censor.
Whoa, all is right in the world.
Yep. Fuck Right to Censor.
Yeah, I was a little worried for a second. I thought they were going to join them, but...
Yeah, well... They need to get better people. Next, Lita comes out and tells Dean Malenko she's so attracted to him and that she wants to go to a hotel room. The Cat flirts with Ashton Kutcher backstage and talks about watching the movie together. Basic attitude stuff. Mick Foley then says that he blames himself for the collapse of Vince McMahon's marriage. I think the dildo should be blamed for the collapse of Vince's marriage.
Yeah, I meant to say before also, I kind of felt like Mick Foley's commissioner status is going to end soon. So I have a feeling that he said, if anything happens, he's going to resign. I think that might be on the horizon.
Okay. Lita, we get back to her date with Dean. They're in bed together. She's got on some white lingerie. She shuts off the lights. That's when he calls his dick Mr. Rockefeller. And then the lights go off and the Hardys attack. They break glass over Dean Malenko's head. And Dean Malenko got played by the Hardys and Lita here.
Yeah, he ain't going to be happy. He'll probably get his gay little radical friends.
Mm-hmm. Our main event, WWF Champion Kurt Angle defends against The Undertaker, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is just a failed four-way, so all the men brawl with each other until Rikishi and Triple H come out and attack the faces with chair shots. Angle then hits Rikishi with the WWF title. Triple H hits Kurt Angle with a steel chair and then hits Austin with a neck breaker on a chair. And Triple H is the last man standing heading into this Hell in a Cell match for Armageddon.
Yeah. Triple H is definitely going to screw up Rikishi. But I think that it was a good way for him to act like he was on his side by attacking Kurt Angle once he hit Rikishi. So we'll see what happens.
And with that, we've covered all this episode of SmackDown. We've got Armageddon coming up, which we're going to watch in a bit. And then we're going to hit 2001 with the Royal Rumble. I'm excited to see WrestleMania.
And we're going to see if Y2K happens very soon.
Well, that already happened.
No, it's the end of two.
No, baby.
Oh, that was 99.
You're like a year late.
Oh my God, sue me. I was thinking that it was going to turn 2000, not 2000.
Well, you lived during it.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Yeah, so you're 3 million years old?
Basically.
Jesus, that's where your head's at. It's okay.
A million... that wouldn't make me 3 million if it was a million years ago.
It'd make you older. I was trying to save that and make you sound younger, but you just wanted your old age.
Anyway.
So how old would you be then?
If something happened a million years ago, that doesn't make me 3 million.
Well, if you're 40 now.
I could be 1,000,001.
So how old will you be if you were born? Let's do it.
I was in 2000, so 25 years ago. I was 15.
What?
25 years ago, when it was year 2000.
No, I know how old you are, but I'm saying it. If you were to do to like 3 million, how old would you be now?
3,025,000.
Yeah, that's how old you are. That's why I was trying to make you younger.
Oh, thanks.
That's why. Did you not get this whole conversation we just had about 2 seconds ago?
Have a nice day, everybody.
Stay
safe.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Stay safe and stay uncensored.